Yo. What's up, GameLeap? It's Coach Cheese here, and we have a very special video today that I know is going to help every single one of you, because I'm going to be reviewing a gold player's game and pointing out the common mistakes that everyone makes in this elo and beyond, because trust me, even diamonds, even masters, even grandmasters make these mistakes too, all of us. At the end of the day, we are all human after all, unless you're an iron. But seriously guys, these mistakes are made by 99% of players, and in just the next 10 minutes you will learn exactly what they are and how to fix them so you can climb out of silver, gold, whatever elo you are in. Now before we get into it, if you really want to make the most out of this season, stop watching that pro guides ad and head on over to our website for actual content that is guaranteed to help you improve. Champion courses and guides, macro courses and guides, high elo VOD analysis, we have it all, so click on the links in the description and comment section. Alright, let's get into it. And this gold NA YASUO we're about to watch sent this message along with the gameplay. Hey coach, whatever your name is, it's always jungle diff, man. My YASUO mechanics are that on point, like I'm a tier 3 sub YASUO the streamer. I'm sick of getting trolled by my teammates, dude. Just watch the game and you'll understand. Yours sincerely, a Trump supporter. Well, Donald and all of you watching, the first detail I want to point out is something that every low elo player does, and it is criminal. It's the AFK shoving technique. Now this is innate among all YASUO players because this is what makes them all go 0-10 every single game. So in your game, stop auto-attacking the CS and let the wave push into you. You see, when you're playing the lane on your side, what you're essentially doing is making the lane longer for your opponent. Like if I pause it right here and draw a line between the two walls on YASUO's side of the lane, this is ideal. Meaning they have to move up further to CS, which is riskier of course because your jungler can gank them, and on YASUO, this is ideal because you can then use the minions in space to dash and gap close to your enemy. But when Donald shoves the wave by auto-attacking and queuing it even at level 1, for the next couple of minutes, he's going to be the one who is gankable, and there's no space to work with. Like look how sad this situation is. What is he meant to do here? There's no real way to trade with Syndra simply because he AFK shoved. Look at this as well, even when the lane is pushing back into him, this is exactly what you want on these high mobility champions like Fizz, Akali, YASUO, and this goes for other lanes too, like Renekton and Darius for top lane, or Alistar and Nautilus for bot lane for example. But what does Donald do? He mentally AFKs and just keeps auto-attacking the CS. This is a big bad habit amongst so many players, so again, when the enemy champion is pushing their minions into you, let them. You are baiting them into a trap, which is also one your jungler can take advantage of. And can you believe it? Echo is going to gank, but guess what? Because Donald pushed the lane level 1, his running mate can't do anything. Syndra is in such a safe position. Let them push. Now this next tip is a lifesaver, and Donald is going to show us why. Guys, when you're playing YASUO, please use your windwall. Now the real reason Donald isn't expecting this from Syndra is simple, and this is why you always get hit by that thresh hook or that Elise cocoon. He's thinking about the election he just lost. I'm just joking, of course. What he's really doing is not looking at Syndra. He's tunnel visioning this minion, so he gives himself zero time to react to whatever Syndra throws at him. This applies to all of you. I don't care if you're a top main, an ADC main, whatever. Dodge as many skill shots as you possibly can. Look at the enemy champion who poses that threat. Let's do it here. So look at Syndra the whole time, and if I play this again, suddenly it becomes easy to avoid this damage, no? It's just a simple QW. So queuing for the CS and windwalling her combo. Unless you've got sausage fingers, this isn't difficult at all, but what sets it all up is where you are actually looking in the lane. Alright, Donald is about to show us exactly how to finish the ultimate pre-6 YASUO combo, and this is something all of you have to start doing. Complete your combo by auto-attacking a minion and not the champion. If you were wondering, yes, I'm trolling. Now on a serious note, this was actually clean from Donald, but he misses out on damage via his auto-attack at the end because of one setting I know he doesn't have turned on, and it is essential you have this set up, and I know this will be the same for most, if not all of you watching. Target champions only is one of the most crucial settings to have hotkeyed, and this is why. You just miss out on key damage, right? And sometimes when you target the wrong enemy, you can die for it. Like how many times have you missed attacking the enemy champion because the creep wave was bigger than Donald's ego? And that's exactly what happens to this gold YASUO in this game. When he knocks Syndra up, he doesn't have this must-have setting hotkey, so he hits this range minion instead of Syndra. Now thankfully, Donald escapes in his game just like he did the White House a few weeks ago, and Syndra, for whatever reason, doesn't retaliate. But whenever you are fighting in a big creep wave, guys, or turret diving an enemy champion, press that hotkey. You can also choose to have this as a toggle in your game settings, and this is what I prefer. Okay, a few seconds later, Donald's Echo, this is his jungler, is fighting the Olaf in the topside river, and Donald is going to commit one of the cardinal sins that everyone makes in low elo. And if you guys rectify this mistake in your games, the sky is the limit, trust me. Now when he pings to be careful to Echo right here, this is good. A bit of communication. Donald is saying, this isn't a good fight, bro, please back off. But because he suffers from short-term memory loss, he decides, never mind, Echo buddy, I'm with you until the end. And though he doesn't die, tell me what he could have been doing instead. He misses out on something. Golden experience, that's right, from the mid lane. So what Donald is doing right now, he's a walking contradiction. He pings not to fight, but then tries to fight anyway. Guys, if you know your teammate is picking a bad fight, and most of the time they will, and this will gain you as much elo as any tip I give you, do not join that bad fight. You don't have an obligation to help your teammates when they make bad decisions. Just let them run it down. And it might sound kind of toxic, but playing for yourself is winning league. I mean, look at mid lane now. Syndra got golden experience for killing Echo, and Donald didn't match her because he waddled to a bad fight. Stay in your lane, and we ain't talking LeVar Ball. Kills are not the only form of golden experience, guys. Alright, let's take another look at Donald's mechanics here, and if you're playing a champion like YASUO, Samira, or Aurelia, what we are about to witness is massive. Now, who knew that you could only dash through minions on YASUO? Did they change it this patch or something? Guys, you can E through champions too. And what this means against mages in particular, you can evade their all-important skills and kill them. Like imagine if Donald E'd through Syndra here. He would have dodged all of her abilities and killed her. Even a few seconds later when he goes for this cheeky flash nado and Syndra actually reacts really well, why not E her now, Donald? It's more infuriating watching it for these few seconds because it's even more obvious. Donald, Donald, Donald. Is this really team diff? Now this next clip proves how useful it is when you actually use your windwall on YASUO. And you always want to be using it for that big damage ability, guys, after level 6. And with Syndra, of course, that would be her ultimate. So when Syndra tries to one-shot Echo, Donald times this windwall nicely. And I also want you to take note of the lane. How is it different to all the other clips we've watched? It's not being played on Syndra's side, right? This, as I said, creates opportunities for champions with mobility. And even though Donald does well to land his tornado, this doesn't happen if he's got his face pressed against the enemy turret, a bit of face sitting on the rift. So to reiterate, let the wave come into you guys. Now we're going to play a bit of what happens next. I'm going to give you 3 possible outcomes here. So option A, Donald dies while turret diving and doesn't kill Syndra. Option B, Donald dies while turret diving and does kill Syndra. Or option C, Donald leaves the game. Now, if you've been following the theme of this video, you should know that Donald is going to die while turret diving and not manage to kill Syndra. But why is that? Because let me tell you, he can easily kill her here. The reason is this. Donald has arthritis, okay? So whenever he E's or Q's or auto attacks, he just stands still. He doesn't move on his own accord. So what he's doing is right-clicking on Syndra and that's it. It's like the CPU is playing for him, and this is terrible. It's like you're versing a bot. So never do this, because a Syndra who has 3 skill shots can hit all of them no worries. Your movement is that predictable as a result, and for Syndra it's impossible to miss. So whenever you auto attack, you want to be moving. Whenever you Q, you want to be moving. Not running in a straight line and stopping like Donald does here. Now if you thought you had seen it all, let me assure you, you haven't, because what you're about to watch is nuts. Almost as nuts as our red hot website, GameLeap.com. So guys, if you want bot analyses like this, but of the best players in the world, then sign up ASAP to get that edge on the competition. Links down below. Now Donald is going to show all of us the insane synergy between a mid laner and jungler in gold. He does the same thing he did at level 4 when Echo was fighting Olaf in the river. He pings to be careful, but guys, your actions speak way louder than your words. I don't know what happened to Donald here, but he's decided enough is enough. I'm going to run it down to put my point across. Donald, the only point you have made this game is that your teammates certainly are not the reason you are in gold. I mean, look at Echo doing the dirty work here. He's doing your job for you. Now this death is pretty troll of course, but it emphasizes my point. If you don't want your jungler to gank, if you don't want them to fight, ping your message across until they get it. But coach, what about if they don't? Then let them die. You joining the grey screen is you being just as bad as them. Now, one thing that Donald and all of you in low elo need to stop doing right away is something that will help you reach your power spikes quicker and win more games. You see this dragon? I want you from this day onwards to forget this Drake exists. A bit like the Pro Guides YouTube channel. They are the Cloud Drake to our Elder Drake. You get it? But seriously, the only dragon that really matters in solo queue is Soul Point. Like, that's the real game changer. And look at what Donald has to give up because he thinks helping his teammates do dragon matters more than his own golden experience mid. He gives up a cannon and a few more minions. This is at least 100 gold and would take 2 seconds to get. Drake doesn't matter more than just this. 25 gold you get for killing Drake. I mean, what are you buying with that? Like half a health potion? And funnily enough, one minion wave gives you more XP until, yeah, way later in a game when dragons actually mean something. So if you're going to help your teammates out, same idea as earlier, shove your wave first. Guys, take these tips into your games and I guarantee you will make it out of whatever elo you are in. If you're enjoying this series, please let us know by leaving a like. Remember to subscribe and turn on all notifications so you don't miss our next episode. This has been Coach Eags, and in tomorrow's video, peace.